It now takes the USPTO 11 months to have a first look at your trademark application. If you think that's bad, in Canada, it takes the Canadian Intellectual Property Office 44 months to have a first look at your trademark application. And if you're like, this is horrible, well, in this video, I'm going to give you 2 reasons why this happens, 4 things that it means for you, 3 things you can do about this, and 5 questions you should ask anyone who says they can do your trademark for you.
Get it trademarks with Trademark Factory.
So my name is Andrei Mincov, I'm the founder of Trademark Factory, and here are the 2 reasons it now takes much longer for the Trademarks Office to examine your trademark application, to look at your trademark application, to decide whether they want to approve your trademark application. So here's why. Reason number 1, people just started filing a lot more trademarks, so the sheer volume of trademarks went up, right? The numbers are spiking, but the number of people at the Trademarks Office stayed pretty much the same. That's why they're having to go through a lot more trademark application. That creates a backlog. The second reason it now takes so long is that disproportionately the higher percentage of those trademark applications are just filed by people who have no idea how to file a trademark application, what needs to go in a trademark application, what trademarks are for, and how they work. Right? A lot of them are filed through all those garbage websites that charge you $69 to get your trademark application filed and have no idea what to do with it later, or by people who file their trademarks themselves. So we have 2 things happening at the same time. Volume of trademarks overall goes up, and a bigger portion of those trademarks are not good. They're not done properly, so the Trademarks Office examiners need to respond to them, need to send you an office action, say what's wrong with your trademark application. There's this back and forth, and that creates a lot more work for trademark examiners to deal with trademark applications. So what used to take 3 or 4 months in the US, even 2 or 3 years ago, now takes 11 months, and it's not getting any better. So here's what this means for you. Number 1, it means that your trademark application is going to take much longer to go through from filing to registration. And what that means is that if you need your trademark registered by a certain date, then you got to start much earlier. And in many cases, you have to start the day you come up with your brand, because like I said, it takes a long time. You want to make sure that if you plan your business to be franchised, if you plan to sell it, to license it, or if you think you're going to have competitors that you need to go after, if they steal your brand, if they copy paste your brand, you want to go after the copycats, you got to get that trademark registered, so you got to start the process ASAP. The second thing that means is that if you file your trademark without first having done a comprehensive trademark search to see if your brand is registrable, and without getting a registrability opinion from someone who understands how trademarks work, then you have potentially a big problem, because whether it's 9 months or 11 months or 44 months after you file your trademark application, you won't know anything, and the first time you hear whether the Trademarks Office thinks your trademark is registrable is going to be after they examine it. So if you don't know upfront, you're going through the process in the dark, you're filing your trademark in the dark, you have no idea what's going to happen. By that time the application is examined, well, guess what? You will have spent a lot of money building your brand, promoting your brand, trying to get people to know you under that brand. And what if your trademark doesn't go through, which by the way happens in more than 68% of the cases? Then what? You have to go back to the drawing board and start everything all over. Really stupid way of approaching this, if you ask me. So the third thing that it means is that there will be thousands upon thousands of similar trademarks filed before yours, because again, the volume grows and people just file their trademarks all over, right? So the problem with that is they don't even have to have an identical trademark. A similar trademark filed 1 day before yours can easily kill your hopes for ever owning that brand that you think is yours. And every day that you wait, the mass of those trademarks, mass of similar trademarks, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So once again, you got to file your trademark as soon as you possibly can. The fourth thing that it means for you is that trademark examiners are tired. They're pissed. They have to look at garbage trademark applications all day long, every day. So they're a lot less accommodating now compared to what they used to be even 20 years ago. Back then, they would help you figure out the law, they'll help you figure out what to do. Now they're like, yet another one of those applications. Here's an office action, let them deal with that. Because here's what happens. They issue their office action and they hope that you will never respond because you don't have the qualification to do that. And if you don't respond to an office action while your trademark application dies, they don't have to do any more work, right? So they don't expect that you will hire a trademark attorney to fix your trademark application, to respond to an office action, which is really what you'll have to do if your trademark gets rejected. So that's the 4 things that it means for you, right? It's going to take longer. Your chances are lower and lower because of all the other trademarks. And if you don't do a proper trademark search, it will take you longer to find out that your trademark is no good. And Trademarks Office is not going to help you out one little bit. Now, in the next section of this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 things you should do and 5 questions you should ask anyone who says that they're going to help you trademark your brand. Let's go. So here are the 3 things you should do about this. Number 1, and this one is crucial. You gotta file your trademark as early as humanly possible. If you can, do it today. If you can, do it yesterday. But in all seriousness, every day you're waiting is a day that increases the risk of you never being able to own your brand. There's no ifs and buts about this. Get your trademark done as soon as humanly possible. Number 2, and this is something we've understood having dealt with thousands and thousands of brand owners out there. If you don't understand the trademarking process, you have no idea what trademarks are, what they're for, if all you're thinking about is, hey, take my money, here's my brand, go trademark it, don't bother me, will not be able to help you. You need to be involved, you need to understand how this works, because if you don't, that's how you get all those garbage trademark applications that always get refused. You can go with the cheapest firm out there, you can go with the most expensive law firm out there. If you're planning to just sit and do nothing, and you're not interested in figuring out what trademarks can do for you, your trademark is not going to go through. So you need to really understand what trademarks are for. That's really why I've been posting these videos for many, many years. I have almost 1,000 videos on this channel to help you better understand the trademarking process, to help you better understand what trademarks can do, what trademarks cannot do, what is trademarkable, what's not trademarkable. So make sure you watch those videos. Whether you go with us, whether you go with someone else, doesn't matter. Make sure you understand the process. And number 3 is know exactly what you're buying when someone tells you they're going to help you trademark your brand. There's a lot of firms out there, there's a lot of websites out there. A lot of them will cause you more grief than they're going to give you benefit. So, and that takes me to the last section of this video, which is the 5 questions you need to ask anybody who says they're going to help you trademark your brand. Ready? And this is where you want to pause this video and take notes. So here are the 5 questions. Question number 1, will my trademark be filed through a licensed attorney? Will my trademark have an attorney of record from start to finish? Question number 2 is, what do you want me to pay? The only thing I'm going to have to pay you, or will there be more if the process gets complicated? If the process gets more complicated and they want to charge you extra, that's a big red flag. Question number 3, does your flat fee cover a comprehensive trademark search with a registrability opinion, so I know exactly whether the brand that I'm hoping to trademark is trademarkable, and can I get my money back if it's not? Question number 4, does your fee cover unlimited responses to unlimited office actions, including the complex ones such as likelihood of confusion and descriptiveness? If they say, no, that's extra, that's another big red flag. And question number 5, if you file my trademark and it doesn't go through, if it doesn't get approved, if it doesn't get registered, will I get my money back? So ask these 5 questions anyone who you want to file with, whether you're going with a cheap file and pray service, whether you're going with the most luxurious law firm, doesn't matter. Ask them these 5 questions, and only then you can make a decision who is good enough to get your trademark done for you. Now, you know that now it takes a long, long time to get your trademark registered. It's going to be a long process. It's going to take over a year. In many countries, it's going to take more than 2, 3, 4 years. So what that means is you really don't have a second chance. You have to do it right on the first try, or you're going to lose all this time and you're probably going to lose your brand. So make sure you do the right thing, find out who's going to do it right for you, learn how to do it, learn to understand what they're doing for you, and I wish you the best of luck getting your brand trademarked. This was Andrei Mincov, the founder of Trademark Factory. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, post a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.